Coach, your last game was in Chicago at the University of Illinois, Chicago, and it was a very back and forth game. UIC did not give up. How did Miami persevere and eventually pull away in the end to preserve that win?
I thought we had a little bit of a tough first half, just kind of a low scoring, kind of grinded out game. We had a couple of people get in foul trouble. Give UIC a lot of credit. They came out, switched up their defenses. They were running, jumping, trapping, pressuring. They had a relentless motor about them, and I thought it took us a little bit of time. I'm not sure we totally even mastered trying to kind of counter that, but we were able to do enough, kind of got our offense going a little bit more in the second half. I thought Leah Purvis and Kendall McCoy gave us great sparks. Our offense started flowing a little bit better, which gave them opportunities at least to score. I thought Lauren Dickerson had another great floor game of finding those people, and that's not always going to be pretty when you go on the road and you play a team that has that style and want to make it just kind of as ugly as it can be and pressure you. And so I thought we handled it well, but definitely a lot to focus on going into UC.
It seems as though the past few games your shooting has been getting better as the game goes on. What are you telling your players in practice so that they can jump out of the gate a little bit better from the field?
Well, I think they've been putting the time in to get their shots up outside of practice. And sometimes we just kind of started off the season, I thought, a little bit cold from the field in different ways, whether that's settling in. I know it's only a matter of time before some of those key players hit shots, and I'm not really concerned about that. As long as you kind of buy into the process of what we talk about here in our program where, yes, we're getting shots in practice, but they're getting a couple times a week with their assistant coaches. They're studying the game film. I think sometimes just knowing when to be shot ready, what does a good shot mean. And I knew somebody, for example, like Leah Purvis was only a matter of time before, she got her looks and it's back to kind of herself where she's able to really hit some shots. And I thought it was nice for them to find that confidence again and just kind of repay for the amount they're investing right now.
Right now, it seems that every game is different players stepping up and getting a lot of points, rebounds. What does this say about the depth of your team, and how is that a strength for you right now?
We're a work in progress. I think ultimately we want to have a bench that can come in and give us a spark first and foremost. What's been interesting too, I think, with our non-conferences, there's been a lot of different styles. I think every game is very unique and different, which that's the point of non-conference, to prepare yourself once MAC play comes. And I think we've been able to kind of sustain some of those different styles. Another great opportunity for us on Wednesday with UC, and it's going to be different people at different times. I think Savannah showed that she can, score the ball for us. Obviously, Kendall, Leah getting hot. Lauren's going to be hopefully our constant out there. And then you can get Clark, you can get Kenny Taylor, Bailey Reed. Just a little bit of different people in different game makes you difficult to guard. And then our team believing that your number can be called at any time, and you got to be ready and you got to be prepared to help us.
So you mentioned Lauren Dickerson. She actually is 9th in Miami women's basketball history in assists now with 328 in her career so far. How are her playmaking abilities kind of a strength of your offense and create more chances for you?
She's going to have the ball in her hands a lot, whether it's her scoring or her distributing the ball. I think she's done a great job this year finding open people. She's bought into the mentality of she can, kind of play a different style every game depending on what we need. We're still working, in film sessions and on her own of kind of what that means. And I'll be the first one to say, somebody who's played the position, it's the hardest thing in the world to kind of figure out as a point guard and a scoring point guard when to get your shots and when to get other people involved. And I think she's still a work in progress on that. But she's willing and able to kind of do whatever our team needs right now. She single-handedly, I think, in the last game, just beat UIC's pressure and press at times. She's dynamic. Obviously, she's small. She's quick. It's hard to kind of keep her in front at times, but she's done a great job of making opportunities easier for other people.
Your next game, you're hosting Cincinnati on Wednesday. What does Miami need to do in order to give themselves the best chance to win that one?
I think we're looking forward to the opportunity, obviously a rivalry game, and I think, Michelle, who's a first-year head coach at Cincinnati, she's been in the business for a long time. We're kind of figuring out what this rivalry is all about, Miami versus UC, and we're excited just down the road. We see each other a lot on the road recruiting, and it's just a great opportunity for us to host a great competitor on our home floor and see where we're at. I'm really trying to get a couple things done the next couple days with our team, with the rebounding and our defense improving a little bit. started and get our offensive flowing a little bit better than it has in the past. So, as much as we're excited about the opportunity for UC to come in our building, it's still a ton about our team and developing them and getting that toughness. And I think we're still a work in progress with getting that identity for this year's team. I think we have staples of what we want it to look like, but sometimes you got to go through the grind of this non-conference and play different styles and go on the road for a couple games and then come home, and how do you react to that, and how do you step up to our challenges as a staff, and how do you keep developing the young players. So it's a fun time of year. I think it's challenging in a lot of ways, and we're kind of at that point. You're kind of a week out before finals start, and there's a lot of stuff going on with these players, and people forget how much is on their plate in a lot of ways. We're demanding a high level of excellence, and then obviously from the school side, and you want them to have a little bit of a life outside too. So it's a fun battle and a challenge with them every day, but we're excited to keep the energy going for UC on Wednesday.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.